What is KISS yoga? This is a special yoga style, a combination and an adaptation that I created myself because I was teaching. I mean, I'm teaching for 44 years, and students always ask, so what yoga are you teaching? Meaning, like, is it Astanga yoga? Is it Raja yoga? Or is it, you know what? Because they couldn't put the finger on it. And I just combined, because I studied under so many masters, I just created a simplified protocol that with the most effective things in, so that people can do things in a shorter space of time and get maximum results, right? Basically, I'm focused on adapting something that is very complicated and thousands of years old for the 21st century, making it easier, quicker, faster, time. So I couldn't answer, what system of yoga I'm using, until I had to think about it for several years. And only a few days ago, I said, hey, this is what I'm teaching. KISS. KISS stands for Keep It Simple, Stupid. And also, there's four main aspects to it: the Kundalini, the inhale, exhale. K stands for Kundalini, I for inhale, exhale, the S for spiritual connection, and the second S for SWOT. Right? This is the four parts of it. And so I'm going to explain it a little bit more in this video. And for those of you, I want to ask you a very special favor. If you like my the contents of my channel, please don't forget to also like and subscribe to my channel. This is going to greatly help it to be able to reach a wider audience. And an additional optional favor while you're at it, it's up to you, just optional. If you could just drop a comment and share it with at least one other friend, right? Or one other social media, because people are lacking friends these days, right? And I would really appreciate that. And bottom line, thank you very much for your precious time. I understand how important and precious time, people's time is. So also, for those who do not know me, I am Osman. I'm a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic healing capabilities, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses. Um, Also, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and spiritual ailments. My special offer is a 10-minute anxiety fix for just $5, less than the price of a Starbucks coffee, delivered to you instantly, telepathically, anywhere in the world. And you only pay after you are satisfied. So this goes for all my treatment. People only pay me, after I've completed it, and they are satisfied and happy to do so. Right? I don't charge for my time. I charge for your satisfaction and success. Right? And you can visit my website yogawellness786.com for contact information and a bit more about me. And I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher. I've been practicing this art for almost 50 years, teaching for 44 years. In that time, I've studied under various masters from different schools of thought across different cultures, globally, as well, from the Far East, the East, the Middle East, and West, right? All types of sciences, including the foundation of everything being, not going beyond what modern science, recommends and allows, right? And to that end, I've created my own protocols over the time. As you know, the Kiss Yoga I also created, and basically adapted to the 21st century, making things quicker, easier, faster, simpler, more time efficient, and results oriented, right? And to that end, I now have students in over 100 countries. And yeah, my favorite protocol is the 5-minute yoga and meditation protocol, which you can download for free by visiting my website, yogawellness786.com, in exchange for subscribing to my blog, and where you can also get more information about my services and contact information, testimonials, and so forth. So, also remember that my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. So coming back to KISS yoga, keep it simple, stupid yoga, uh, and also it works double ways, double whammy. K for Kundalini, I for inhale, exhale, S for spiritual connection, and the second S for spot. So I found there's so many aspects, right? So when I was introduced to the science of yoga when I was 10 years old, formally to study it and practice it, I was introduced to 30, fundamental aspects. There's much more than 30 parts to yoga, right? So I making it simplified to just four, the most four, and of course everyone wants Kundalini, right? Why not? I mean, this is the big boy, right? And my I've also created my own meditation protocol called the Big Daddy, the Big Daddy meditation protocol, right? I've discussed that in another video, and it's basically very simple. And I'll describe it now, right? Quickly, briefly again, through each of the four. So it's very simple. So I can just go through it quickly. So normally, the I start KIS this from the biggest to the smallest, respect to the biggest, right? So K, the Kundalini, are called Big Mama, right? And then I, the inhale, exhale, referring to the pranayama, are called Big Daddy. So Big Mama and Big Daddy, you can't just approach without expert guidance by a master teacher, and you need to be spiritually initialized. You need to be have guidance because things can go wrong when you're dealing with Kundalini. It's a very potent, as Sadhguru says, Kundalini yoga is very potent, but also very dangerous. If things go wrong, it can go way wrong. When we say it can go way wrong, currently in the world, hundreds, plural, not 100, hundreds of thousands of people with adverse effects from Kundalini, right? And they are being institutionalized. Worst case scenario, institutionalized for life. And all the medications for life you're taking, medication is not gonna work. The only way is a person like myself who's advanced, I can calm you down because the Kundalini rise and gets stuck in the head and it causes havoc in your body. If you're not under proper professional guidance and a professional. People say I'm a yoga teacher. They all become yoga teachers. I once met someone, she said, and it's a young lady, right? She was from India, and there's an India lady, and I said I'm a energy healer and a yoga teacher as well. She said she's a qualified yoga teacher. She went and studied, trying to say that acting very sassy, that she went to a formal educational institution from the country where yoga originated. She feels it originated. I don't believe that it did, right? The current practitioners of it who claim to be the founders of it are there in India, but I don't, agree with that. But anyway, and then she said, I'm certified. And I met a lot of people. I'm a yoga teacher, and and so forth. If someone has an involuntary Kundalini awakening in your yoga class, can you control it? Or if they phone you and they are in Berlin, and you are maybe in London, or I mean, you don't even have to be. I'm just mentioning hypothetically, right? Whichever city you are in, right? And that person is remotely, can you telepathically bring it down? Because it's important. The person is this thing is the medical science is not going to be able to fix that problem, right? You have to be, as a teacher, you claim to be a yoga teacher, right? So you must be able to do this because this is something that happening hundreds to hundreds, plural, hundreds of thousands of people. So when I say Big Mama and Big Daddy, K for Kundalini, I for inhale, exhale, so we're not really, I'm not referring to breath work, right? Breath work and pranayama is two different things. Yes, pranayama involves breath work, right? But when we're doing it the way I'm teaching it on the advanced level, it is it's a big daddy, right? You can't just go there on your own. So I explain, and then the uh, first S the spiritual connection is a simplified meditation protocol, that I teach, because meditation is for spiritual connection, right? You are connected to the energy around you, to the harmonizing of yourself, through balancing your energies. Very simple way by mindfulness. And practice is basically based on mindfulness meditation, but I made it even simpler and easier, so to make it, because I'm teaching for so many years and I understand. So where you're observing your breath, that's the easiest way, right? You're closing your eyes, observing your breath, and you're just sitting on a couch, comfortably on a couch, right? Your legs open, right? And the only thing mystical that you're going to be doing differently is holding the Dhyan Mudra. This is very, you will feel absolutely nothing in the beginning because you're not yet conditioned to the subtle forces within you. You're unable to. You don't even know You can't even feel your own heart beating. It's the size of your fist is going pump pump pump. And you can't feel it, right? Because you are so dead to your own internal mechanism that's happening there. Because you've conditioned yourself out and you're focusing more on your future, your past, the current day stresses, and it's like you're not mindful anymore, right? This is what actually. So the only thing is you do that on your lap and close your eyes. But here's the trick. I call it the Big Daddy meditation. The second thing is put on your favorite high energy gym music. Right? So for the two S's, the spiritual connection and the sport level, these two, anyone can do. You don't need a spirit. You can do, at home. Any person can know. It's very easy. But I put it, the first S like a level above the sport because not many people are inclined towards meditation, right? It's a little higher level than normal people. So if you are doing, you're a more disciplined person who's got time for meditation. And my meditation method is just it starts with 2 minutes. I've got a 5 minute yoga and meditation program, right? 3 minutes is the physical posture, which you can do, in the comfort of your bed, and 2 minutes is the meditation, right? So, but if you can meditate longer is better, but it mustn't be something boring. You put your favorite high energy music. When I go to the gym, I cannot gym, and of course I'm not. You can see, boy, I'm not gymming. I'm not a beast. I don't want to be. I just want to be healthy, so that because when I'm reaching my 80s, 90s, hundreds, and hopefully reaching 200 years old, I don't want to be bent over, right? So don't laugh when I say hopefully 200 years. I'm very hopeful on that because using the yogic sciences calculation method, there's a way to calculate person's lifespan by calculating his average breath rate, right? When he's normal. And when I calculate it, I'm on average breathing around 8 breaths a minute on average, right? um, and this means a person can live to 198 years old. So, and I'm getting advanced. There are stages where I'm breathing 4 breaths per minute, especially when I'm doing, my mantras and, all this incantations and all that. So, and I do that for about 2 hours. In that 2 hour period, I'm using a special breath work during that. I do combination because I like to make things simpler, right? I combine stuff and this thing. So coming back to this, you're listening to this very high energy music, your favorite. My favorite, out of curiosity, is Middle Eastern trance, right? And also Middle Eastern club, right? But mainly Middle Eastern trance. Oh, absolutely love that. Also, I like belly dance music, and it's these all Middle Eastern stuff. I can watch belly dancing. Now I'm blind. I'm missing that right for the past 2.5 years. If the one thing I missed, the second thing that I miss the most is watching my belly dance videos. I can, some days in my days off when I used to be in Dubai, and Fridays was the day off, and we have to, I used to just take a break that one day, and I can sit and watch these videos on belly dancing for 8 hours non-stop, and it feels like only 5 minutes. I really loved it. But I mean, whichever is yours, heavy metal. I love heavy metal. I love rave music as well. These are the type of music I don't like the very slow, soft tranquil, Buddha lounge music and all for meditation. I mean, it's good for calming your mind and all that. But my meditation method, which I, recommend, is to be in high, because the high energy, you're trying to activate or encourage. No one can activate. Encourage the flow of the Kundalini energy from the base of your spine to power up your pineal gland. I say don't focus on your third eye and your crown chakra or your throat chakra or love or peace, or because all this happens automatically if you focus on powering up that big boy in your head, the pineal gland. Because if that is fully open, the third eye is automatically fully open. And that thing is strategically placed in a location in the middle, slightly to the back of the brain, because from this, the energy is coming from the back of your spine, right? It's coming there. It's capturing the energy from the bottom of your spine. It's capturing energy, the cosmic energy that's coming from the universe in through the whole your Brahmarandra during your meditation. And this is very high levels of energy it's capturing. And then it's capturing energy from your third eye inwardly, from any energetic point that you're focusing on. So maybe you're focusing on like a forest that you are near, or in a park, the trees, that energy comes through your forehead region, right? Why it's coming through here? Because it's the nearest chakra to your pineal gland, connected to your pineal gland. So pineal gland, in front of your pineal gland is the sixth chakra, above your pineal gland is the seventh chakra, which needs very high power to bring you into the superconscious state, which you can read more about it from Gopi Krishna's lectures, right? He spent his whole lifetime, so I can't explain it in a few words. And then below it, all the major chakras, right? The five major chakras, because you got the sixth and seventh covered. Downwards, your throat chakra is absolutely amazing. Your heart is, if you think your heart is important, the throat is even more. They go in order of importance, I believe, up and up, the sixth and the seventh being, the thousand petal lotus, the most important one, right? So power up your pineal gland. If you focus on powering up your sixth, third eye chakra, of course you can get powered up, right? So all your energy gonna go there. Where you focus on is gonna go there. But now you neglected the pineal. Some of it goes through the pineal gland, of course, otherwise it won't happen. But if you focus on pineal gland, then you'll have a more balanced development, and automatically when the pineal will get more and more powered over the years, right, and decades. So the third eye will start opening, and the seventh chakra will start opening, and and it's so easy. Just sitting there, close eyes, your favorite music. Actually, 1 hour is too little because you're enjoying it so much, right? You're normally used to going to a gym, like 30 to 40 minutes, but with your warm up, your stretching, and you're mooching around, hydrating, taking your shakes, and your protein drinks, and endurance and all these things, right? And lift off. So all these normally an hour, because when you're listening to music, you want, and the tracks are normally about an hour to 2 hours long, right? Most of my tracks are around an hour long. So to sit an hour is okay, and you enjoy it. You're not feeling sleepy, but you just have to visualize the energy trickling from the base of your spine, filling the center, filling your head. Just fill it your head, right? You don't have to see where's my spine. You're not going to feel any trickling up in the beginning stages. You're not going to feel the energy, but the visualization is important. Eventually, you'll feel like energy is trickling slowly up the spine, and you feel like it's like a slight throbbing in your head. Maybe it'll take very long for you to feel that. But those who are on the advanced level, immediately you feel it instantly, right? Um, so that's the spiritual connection. Easy, right? I call it the big. Why Big Daddy? Because who's the daddy? The Big Daddy. Who's the Big Daddy? The in your pineal gland, right? So in my KISS, I call Big Daddy the inhale exhale, but in my meditation protocol, I also call Big Daddy meditation, and I'll explain to you. So don't think there's a correlation between the Big Daddy of KISS and the Big Daddy of meditation, right? So these are different Big Daddies, right? There's many Big Daddies, right, in the world, right? Big Daddy number two, right? And Big Mama number two. I have Big Mama number two is your seventh chakra, your sorry, the eighth chakra, right above where you experience Nirvikalpi Samadhi, is your big mama, number two, and then your crown chakra, that's here where you experience Samadhi, Sabikalpi Samadhi, or the subconscious state as well when it becomes established. I call that big brother, and little brother is your third eye because he will light up first. It's harder to fully light up, or this one will light up second, and then this will become fully manifest first because it needs lower power than this one, although it needs a lot of power, right? So I call big brother, and little sister, and your siblings after that, and there's 114 chakras or total, right? I don't want to go to the old big family trees, the cousins, and it's a very big family that you have with you. So coming back to the spiritual connection, the last one is sport, right? So the spiritual connection, so the K, the kundalini, I called big mama, and then the I, inhale exhale, I call big daddy. Spiritual connection I call big brother, and then the last is sport I call little brother. So it's very easy to approach little brother because he's a playful guy, and he's not the same. Big brother is a bit more serious. It's serious. You need some discipline. So to engage in sport, everyone loves. Who doesn't love sport, right? So in sport, there is like your fitness, your health protocols, and to include sport is important. Like whatever is your sport. Some people like volleyball, or some people like football. Some people like rugby. Some people like um, whatever it is, like water sports, cycling, golf, bowling. Sport is sport, right? This is very important for you in yoga. It helps to balance your energies. You can't believe, some people, they don't believe in yoga and all these things, no, but their kundalini is very high, like very ready for development. Even someone practicing hatha yoga all and yoga classes all his life, someone who's very dedicated in sport could be more advanced than someone, and he doesn't practice yoga. So yoga doesn't mean only that. It's any type of physical discipline, that you can practice, and this is an important. But also, like, there's so many other things. I don't want to go into all those details. In the sport field, basically there should be three parts of it. There is flexibility, which is important. There is endurance is important, and resistance or strength training is important, right? So endurance and strength training, and strength training, and flexibility, like I say, yoga and Pilates falls under um, flexibility. Endurance is like jogging, running, cycling, cardio type of skipping. I'm just mentioning this because maybe some people don't want to go out walking, right? These are all endurance. Bring your heart rate around 120 beats per minute, right? Scientifically, it's like for 20 to 40 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week. And then your strength or resistance training. This is important to do that, for your muscle development, right? And this is, highly crucial, because people don't realize you're going to get old, and you're going to lose, the functions of you won't be able to walk upstairs, right? You must be able to walk upstairs, and you're going to reach 80, some of you, right? The average age, feel like 80 is like old age. No. The average age is 80, means the average, right? Between 78 and 81. So people are exceeding that. They're centenarians. People, the oldest person in the US is 114 years old currently, as of the 25th of November. I mean, as of today is the 2nd of November, 2025. The oldest person, 114, right? So becoming centenarian is very possible. 100 years, 100 plus is very possible. So if you focus on strength, you'll have still have the strength of your muscle, because you start losing, declining, as the years after the age of 40 or after the age of 30. I think the decline starts, right? So you have to start as early as possible and maintain it. If you start too late, it's never too late, but you already lost a lot of potential that you could have avoided, you know, if you started younger. It is the earlier you start, the more important it is. So these things are, it's very simple. You can minimally do S, the last S, right? So I normally like to start from the last, the least difficult to the most difficult. Start with little brother, a sport, and then if you got a little bit disciplined, go to the more serious guy. If you also more disciplined, like serious people, they want to do mindfulness meditation, so you can do that also. You don't need this thing. Then is Big Daddy, the professional. This I'm not referring to breath work, right? You can do all your breath work and everything. This is pranayama, not breath work, right? Pranayama is not breath. Breath work is breath work. Pranayama involves breath work, but it involves you controlling a subtle life force energy using breath work as a tool, and you can physically feel it. Not that it's involuntarily happening. You have to voluntarily control and be able to feel the energy, the subtle life force energy. You have to develop it and control it, or collude with it. You have to interact with it and uh, develop it, develop the interaction. Right? It's like you manually. I don't think, because how do you, it's part of the cosmic creative energy of everything that exists, right? It's a massive energy. You can't control it. Can you control the in the movement of the moon, the movement of the sun? You can't. Cosmic energy, right? So that's in everyone, right? The connection to that is in everyone. This is what Big Daddy is. And if you can attain a certain level of mastery of that, right? Don't have to go very advanced. All my advanced level yoga practitioners, who engage my services, they all easily achieve it, right? Some a little bit longer, and few months, and some much quicker within a few weeks, right? Some even in a few days. So that is Big Daddy. And you cannot go to Big Mama. You have to be introduced to Big Mama through Big Daddy. So I use this protocol, a certain level of mastery before engaging in Kundalini, right? The Kundalini aspect, and introducing yourself, to finding a way how to conspire with the Kundalini energy, how to interact with Kundalini energy, and how to win the favor and be prepared, because if you go unprepared, things can go wrong, way wrong. And it is powerful. So it's the most powerful and the most simplest, and a proper safe protocol. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. And the last two parts, sport and spiritual connection, is easy enough, especially with Big Daddy meditation, right? You just focus on the energy, energizing your pineal gland. Listen to your favorite music. You don't have to listen. You have to listen to calming music or silence if you want to silence your mind and feel peace and bring your mind down. So with the music, you just focus. You keep bringing your focus to the energy filling your pine. The center of your head, that is trickling up from the bottom is to the center of your head. Because this is the ticket. This is going to give you, instead of spending 50 years and feeling tranquility, spend a couple of months and start, you know being exponentially more, advanced than other people. It's not surprising to me when my students who engage my advanced services, their experience of out of body experience within 1 to 2 days. I'm not surprised anymore. Not everyone achieves it, so quickly, but I'm not surprised anymore when that happens. And when they reach the breathless state within 12 months, what even people practicing 50 years can't attain, I'm not surprised anymore, because I'm following a very powerful but simplified. You have to keep things simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid to be. And the bottom line is we want the result, and also we don't have so much time to waste, right? So you can even listen to this, you follow the meditation method, like, just spending like as little as 5 minutes a day with my yoga and meditation protocol, which you can download for free from our website, yogawellness786.com. So I hope it's not very confusing with me intermingling Big Daddy, from the KISS and the Big Daddy and the family, in the meditation protocol. These are separate Big Daddies and separate Big Brothers and small brothers, and Big Mama is separate. And in the meditation protocol, there's just the big sister and your siblings, and then your cousins, right? The extended families, cousins and second cousins, 114 in number. So hope that information helps you, and I hope this method takes off. I believe it's going to be much more effective you're going to get exponentially faster results. And this is why you're doing this, right? You want results, right? As quick as possible. It's been decades. Well, in a couple of days, you want to start moving. And of course, the second two parts, which are K and I, the Kundalini and the inhale, exhale on the advanced levels, don't do it on your own, right? It's dangerous. So I hope that information helps you take care of yourself always.